Business Central supports the capability for multiple locations to be stored or multiple warehouses to be stored within the system. To do this, we call those particular warehouses locations within the environment. If I go up to the top here and click on my search and type in location as an example, this will bring up the actual locations that I can set up to store and handle product that can be sold to customers. By clicking on locations inside my demo environment, I can see that there are 5 different locations that are set up that then drive how I can interact with product. I have my east, main, and west warehouses, which are actually physically storing warehouses. And then I have some logistics, outsourced and owned logistics type transfer locations, so I can see product that potentially is in transit as part of my shipment or transfer between different warehouses. On the main location here, if we drill into it, there are a bunch of other settings that can also drive how the system can then be leveraged to reflect kind of your warehouse or business processes. More specifically, in the warehouse section here, I can define whether or not I want the warehouse to actually require receives, putaways, picks, so therefore I can use some more advanced warehouse management concepts inside of the actual system. In the main warehouse here, this is basically just an inventory location. So we're not storing inventory in bins, we're not going through and generating picks, we're just basically storing inventory in that given location. To be able to interact with locations, every screen inside of our system then, when dealing with inventory, allows for us to then go through and then select what location we're selling this particular product with or what location we're potentially receiving it against. So if I go in and create a purchase order as an example, we're going to go through and then click on the creation of a new purchase order. And when that action occurs, we're going to have a pop-up that says, what is the vendor name? We're going to select Fabricam Inc. as that particular vendor. And what we're also going to do is we're going to select a product that we're going to be receiving. We're going to do our up and down indicator here, which is a potentiometer. If I go ahead and select that particular product, you can see now that I can specify one of the 3 warehouses that I can actually receive product to as part of my purchase order, the east, main, or west warehouses. And as you recall, the other 2 warehouses are used for transfer orders so that when they're in transit between warehouses, we can track what that transit value is within the system. If I select the main warehouse here, I can say that I'm going to receive 10 of these at some point in time. And what I can also do from this purchase order, if I wanted to, is I could actually go through and post it and then just receive that particular product into that warehouse. So now, when I go to that product, I should be able to see that I have a quantity of 10 that have actually been received then into that particular main warehouse. So we can validate that by clicking on our items, going to our potentiometer here, drilling into it to see the actual quantity that's available. So by clicking on this particular item, we can now see the actual item card related to it. And on this particular item, if I actually go into our More Options and click on Navigate, I can go into my availability by location to be able to see what that quantity is. By clicking on my items by location, I can now see that in my main warehouse, I have 10 of this product that are now available. And I can drill down into that 10 to see what actual purchase order or purchase receipt was generated as part of that receiving process. So Microsoft Dynamics Business Central supports multiple warehouses and locations and multiple methodologies to be able to more accurately reflect how you actually maintain inventory within your environment.